Hello and welcome to Stir Crazy Art Classes with Gerald Savine, lesson number 30. Today we're going to complete the picture of the needles, but there's one or two other things first of all I want to show you. First of all, if you want to contact me at all, my studio email address is there. I should be in to the studio 2 or 3 times a week. While the shutdown is still going. Obviously I'm going in because of business, so it's not a problem, but you can contact me, but I might not reply to you straight away. Now, to start off with, I want a close look. We're going to work at this area. I've done a bit of tarting up on this area here from the other day, but we're just going to try and concentrate on this. We probably won't necessarily go through the whole thing now, but look at this and then you can go back to it because you can download it and stop it and look at your own leisure. Now also you'll notice we've got a boat up here, which now I'm going to have it going the other way as part of the thing. But what I wanted to show you is that you might or might not have noticed when I showed you the colours that I use, one of them was not black. And what I found is to get a really good black, I have to say better in some respects than the black paint, is mixing burnt umber with ultramarine blue. As you gradually mix it together, and again what I'll do is I'll just show you on the corner here, you know, how strong that is. In fact, I could do a little bit more blue in it. The more blue, you can see as you work the colours together, it will go blacker and blacker in appearance. So it gives you a nice look at that, how strong a black that is. So that's a good strong black. So now that's a little bit rich now because obviously the boat's in the distance. And what I'm going to also do is I'm just going to thin the colour down, and I'm going to have the boat going the other way round to where it is in the original painting, because I want it to be coming in to the painting. So, and also I want to try and position it, because it is in the distance admittedly, but I want to position it in here so as though the needles themselves are pointing towards the boat. Now again, it's not going to be strong colour. It's a little bit awkward here, obviously, because of not getting in the way of the camera. We've got the bridge there, and there's the thing, and it'll be heading towards Poole Harbour. I'm just going to stick a mast on the thing as well. There we go. So that'll do for that. So again, it's quite simple. Now what I'm going to do is also I'm just going to put a little bit of as it were, a wake behind the boat as well. So I'm just going to come through here. All right. So obviously the boat will cause a bit of a follow-on behind it. All right. So I'm not overdoing it. Now then, at last we can start painting the needles themselves. Now, on the original painting, as it really is, the lighthouse itself is red, and it's got a flat top because it's a helicopter landing there. So what I'm going to do is, and it's also striped, so I'm going to put some red on here. Now I'm going to be on solid to start off with, and then I should be overlaying or taking colour out. Again, I always think one of the great things about watercolour painting is you can take colour off as well as putting it on. It's a bit overdone there, but never mind. And you might notice that again I've added a bit more into here from before. Now I'm going to let that dry. I'm going to pick up a little bit of yellow ochre that I've got on here, and I'm going to put some colour where the tidal bits come onto the needles themselves. You get the sort of discoloration. You'll find that with a lot of cliffs and things like that. And so again, there's a bit of that to start off with. And again, we'll be adding a bit more colour onto that. Now I'm going to take, and I'm going to use a little bit of this blackish colour I've mixed, just to give a bit of shadow that's on the ends of the needles. It's a little bit stronger than the original painting, but at least you might be able to see it more clearly. I'm going to have to be quite quick here. I don't want to overdo things. You're going to have to, again, you really will have to look at the original picture from before. And I'm just going to put a bit of shadow up there as well now while I'm at it. A bit under there. All right, so it's a little bit simpler and cruder perhaps than the original painting, but again, just to give you an idea of how things will look. Again, a bit of a dabbing here because it's not all beautifully flat and things. It's has a bit of character to it. Again, let's try and I'm going to pick up a little bit of the pick a bit of raw umber, which I've got here. And again, I'm just going to dab it along here, not all the way along, but just a bit of character to where the sea comes. Can you see again, just a bit of interest into that. Again here, it's simplified, unfortunately because of time. Now I'm just going to put that water pot out the way. It's handy to have more than one water pot on there. Now, when we come back to here for a moment, can you see here, the sea again is quite green, bluey green colour, but you can see lots of white bits have been left. The water, although in the distance the water's horizontal, as it comes down and the water's flowing into the land, it's been affected by the lie of the land here. There's bays here, cliffs and things, and round to the Solent. So you've got this effect here. So I'm going to try, within the time we've got, to give a feeling of that. But we're leaving some of the white as well. So I'm going to put that up there. I've gone for a bigger brush again this time. Got the sap green out already. So I'm going to put some water with that. Because again, it's quite pale. I pick up some of the cerulean blue. That's perhaps a bit too green. Let's put a bit more blue in, I think. See how we go. Again, if it's not exactly the same, it's not the end of the world by any means. I say I've always find that some paintings I do more than once when I'm demonstrating things, and consequently they're never the same second time around. I'm going to have to move things around a little bit so I can get to the brush. Now what I'm doing is I'm going to just press the brush down so it gets a bit thinner. See that? And then I'm going to be able to start putting some of this colour in here. Now again, please look at the original picture on the video. You'll see a bit better. But just imagine the waves are coming up here, crashing in, a bit more water in just to thin it down. I think again, unfortunately, as ever, be quicker than I would normally like to be, but we'll try and give a feeling of the waves. Can you see that sort of? It's not as again here. So again here, I'm bringing the brush strokes round. I might have to ask the camera to move back a little bit because I can't see where I'm brushing otherwise. But hopefully you can see what I'm doing. As I have to say, my dear wife's doing a very gallant job considering. So we're just working with a 35mm camera that has the ability to do videos. I'm just going to gradually push in here, just a feeling of just taking the brush strokes through a little bit here, just to give a bit of feeling of the flow of the water. Now I'm going to build up here. It's quite light underneath at the moment, and I'll just gradually build up. But again here, the waves come round. The big thing I would say is that what's so important is to take your time. If you enjoy painting the sea and things, go and spend time looking at the sea, looking how the waves work, look at the colour. I in my doing my marine paintings in the past, I would go down to Southampton to the Solent, sometimes for the day, just to look at what the water was doing. And I have to say we're some way up in the Midlands, so it's a bit of a journey, but it's just amazing how important it is to do things like that. And whatever you do, whatever your interest is in painting, countryside or whatever, take time to look. Can't stress that, as you might have gathered, strong enough. It's the biggest thing you can do. Now, I'm afraid to say it's not going to be quite a little bit cruder than I would like it normally to be, but then I say, unfortunately, there's not a great deal of time. Now I'm going to have to start bringing in some of, let's have a look at a thinner brush here now, some slightly richer green, darker, well, I say richer, I mean more pigment, which is a cry that goes up in my art classes. It brings a bit of a smile to some people, particularly if it's not them that are being told to do the more pigment. Again, I'm going to just try and give a feeling here of the shadows that are caused by the waves. Waves are quite amazing things to do, and quite amazing to paint. Over the years, I've done, even in Miami, I did a painting of Miami where I went over there on one occasion to a boat show, and painting the water coming into the beach was quite an interesting exercise. So the beach has been closed because it was very, very rough weather. It was in February time. So I hopefully just begin to get a feel of what's going on here. And again, you're going to have to look at go back and see the original picture we got up here, just to see how it's all working. I think we're coming fairly close to the time we're going to have to stop, I think, but my Janice will give me a little nudge. So I'm just hoping you can get some idea of what's going on here. I'm going to have to curtail this because we've got very little time left now. But I hope you can get, if you can look, begin to get a feeling for what's going on there. Again, bring a bit more blue to give a bit more darkness to it. Again, look, be more detailed than me. So I think we're just coming up to the end of the time now. Right, now what I'm going to do, I'm going to, bit of artistic license, my dears, I'm going to bring in a bit of permanent white paint here, because I want to get a bit more feeling of the reflection of the needlers themselves in the water. So we're going to quickly get that in now. But again, you can do more time if you've got that, or be careful and hold it all back. Okay, so that's it for now. So next time, next session, I'll actually be doing a pencil version of this for those that haven't got paints. So thank you.